like I was saying before, so Issa Rae, if you're not aware, Issa Rae is the actress slash producer, a movie producer, and also most known for her role and also her role producing and writing Insecure. She's been in Hollywood for a long time. She's known for her outlandish takes on basically like politics involving black people and stuff like that, and kind of like like aggressive displays of pro-blackness that aren't really about being pro-black. This is the same person who's talking about how black women need to start, looking towards dating Asian men. Or it was either that or she retweeted or some shit like that. But she was basically she came out in support of like, yeah, basically that black women need to date out. And that's going to be a solution for the overwhelming amount of black women who are single. The solution is you need to go see. You need to go. Lee is waiting for you. All right. Muhammad is waiting for you. The men who come from the most conservative backgrounds, the conservative types of like communities where that shit is taboo. And like what, with them conversations, they be showing that y'all don't know Asian men. You don't know them. You're basically saying that okay, yeah, he'll definitely risk never speaking to his mother and father again, so he can date me. They will. I've seen it happen. Like, and I have family that's biracial and stuff like that. Asian people will stop talking to their kids. They will never look at that grandchild. Though they will never look at that child. So y'all be telling black women that that's definitely the strategy for you. All right, and it's like you're telling them to go after men who aren't interested. But I'm sorry, that's besides the point. But that's the kind of stances that she's known for. Or one of my most favorite moments with Issa Rae is when she's on, I think, on one of these red carpets, and she just says, "Oh, I'm rooting for everyone black." You know what I mean? And like that was around a time where it was becoming trendy to be pro-black, because around the time of the first Trump era, a lot of us were kind of trying to find our way in terms of like trying to get an idea where we are and why we are where we are. So eventually we started to put the words together of, you know what? Oh, we're at the bottom. We're down bad. We need to start getting together. And then I think that's when the conversations on relationships became a little more popular. Then around the 2019 and to 2021 time, I would assume that's when the panels became more popular after that post Zoom. I'm sorry, 2020 to 2021, you start seeing more of these Zoom style panels and whatnot, because Zoom became very popular. So and everything. So we started having more of these conversations about where we are, and then we started kind of talking about different things like single motherhood. Is co-parenting good for the children? How do we go about getting some money? And I'll make an argument that terms like generational wealth and the content rabbit hole that leads you down, I think it led a lot of people down the same rabbit hole of, all right, well, what about my relationship? Because to a certain degree, we all kind of realize that the way for y'all to really have wealth or to do well is to have a relationship where there's two incomes. But like I keep saying, black women want to go down kicking and screaming into relationships with black men because they don't want to come under our leadership. So what's going on is they figure, all right, well, if I got to be with you, let me go ahead and put together a really good deal for myself so actually it can be worthwhile for me. Because it's really about the fact that she don't want to deal with you. Or maybe not you in particular, all right? Because the fact of the matter is this. Women charge different men different prices. But anywho, let's go ahead and move to Miss Issa Rae. So Issa Rae, I saw some spiritual world. I want to get into it because I think this is a behavior that needs to die. Okay. So I want to Issa Rae canceled her event at the Kennedy Center after Donald Trump was announced as chairman. And I saw people writing stuff like, today will be known. I think this is right here. And she told y'all a while back on the red carpet, Issa stand on business every time. Somebody puts up a black fist. Another girl puts it, not mine. These are all black women. If Don't Play With Me was a person, that's right. Stand on business. If you stand for nothing, fall for anything. Snoop can learn something from her. I read this in her voice. So what I wrote was this. No, this is that go woke and go broke shit. It's simply un-American to force your views on people in this manner. Only Democrats think this is acceptable behavior. So she's ruining relationships and future opportunities over her so-called beliefs. Miss me with that BS. This is why black folks struggle. Now, I need to just abandon all slang because it makes you lose things in translations and nothing happens. So what I'm saying is that, black people, we're so creative with the way we talk and stuff like that, that we will find 3 or 4 different ways to say the same thing. Or I have this joke with my friends about how long it's going to take me, the black man I'm talking to start a conversation. Black men can never say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" And I say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" And then we start talking. It's going to be like, "It was good. You're all right. Well, what's happening with you?" Ain't shit. I'm saying, "What's good with you?" No, I mean, I can't call it. Oh, all right. And then this might go on for about 15 more seconds. It depends. It depends on how good your communication is and how good your time management is, right? But I say that because I always think about the word fat and dealing with that word and stuff like that, and my relationship with that word. And over the years, I always got really offended when somebody called me fat. You know what I mean? I might have been small at the time, but I didn't really understand that men aren't supposed to have a belly. Men are not supposed to have fat around their chest. If you have fat around your chest, that means you are too fat, and you are fat, and it should be a problem for you, right? And again, I never realized how much being fat is a sickness until I got older. Until I came down. I was up there. I was like, I think at one point I was definitely like 325, between 320 and 330. All right. As of right now, I got like 30 pounds from an ideal weight, but I'm 50 pounds from my final form. You know what I mean? And my greatest regret was not being more aggressive about my health. But you know why I wasn't more aggressive? Because of the words I would use. Not using the right words. So using words like thick, like curvy, healthy, husky, and not, I'm saying, and what happens is that doesn't hit the same as fat. Your understanding of fat is way different. Or the way it resonates with you, it's just way different. But when we get rid of these words, or we start using other stuff to explain something and whatnot, like, yeah, you may mean this may be a metaphor, or it may mean the same thing, but it's not going to, in terms of communication, it's not going to resonate the same way because it's not direct, it's not understandable. It doesn't. You understand? So terms like stand on business. Don't get me wrong. I like these phrases. I like all of it. But the thing is, I'm aware of when this is cultural expression. We're not having a real conversation. And I realize that black people don't be realizing when you're not actually talking about shit. For example, you keep telling me that Kendrick had the message. If you have the message, so we're going to assume the message was important, it was fruitful, and it was helpful for those who got the message. And that whatever was in that message was something that you never heard before, or a perspective you never had before. This nigga made nods to Squid Games. The plot of Squid Games is a group of people who pretty much for the most part are burdens on a family, because they're all gamblers. The people have gambling addictions. Somehow this organization targets them and gets them to want to join this game. And if you win the game, you win all this damn money. You know what I'm saying? And they can survive and get to the end, so on and so forth. So, of course, carnage ensues, right? And they're going to find out. Everything's a mystery in the first story arc in the first season. Gonna find out this is a thing where like that rich people actually pay for, and they watch from wherever they are, and they put bids and all types of shit and so on and so forth. I didn't watch the new one, but the whole idea is supposed to be Squid Games, Hunger Games type of thing where it's basically the world's been broken down and stripped down to haves and have-nots. Ain't nobody got shit. Everyone's down bad, and and basically so many words. People with money, evil. White people, evil. People with authority, evil. evil. If someone has authority, they're evil. If they have money, they're evil. If they're different from you, evil. But the reality is that, we have to, because what happens with the isms and the schisms and stuff like that, and talking about colorism and racism, for one, when we use those words, a lot of times, it's one thing to look at those. I'm sorry, use those words as tools to better understand an interaction, your environment, and people around you. It's a whole other thing when you're trying to get someone who's not really a part of the situation, or there's so many words like when we do with white folks. And when I think about the fact that, how do they experience that? You realize that they're a human being and they got their own shit going on. Why do they have to care about your feelings? This is a byproduct of female leadership. And what happens is, men, you don't realize that you think kind of like a bitch. You do things for attention, all right? You're mad whimsical. You treat people based on how you feel that day. Okay? You don't stick to your word. You know what I'm saying? And like Elwin, you don't realize when you're emotional. You don't look at it as, oh no, I'm being emotional right now. I gotta check myself. That's why, like, I'm like, man, I'm fighting. I'm trying to keep this sugar down, because that sugar in my microbiome, it stopped you from being able to lose weight. It stopped you from being able to have the just best, like, blood flow in your body, your brain, your mood, everything just come down when you got too much sugar, you know what I'm saying, and in your microbiome and shit like that. But anywho, so back to Miss Issa Rae. So Miss Issa Rae saying that, so I guess she had a performance thing. I don't know the whole story, but what the black people in the comment section fail to understand is that nothing is different, and it doesn't change the world. It doesn't change anything. The reality is that no, you would get more done if you're able to communicate and politic and work with people who are different from you. If you're so right, if you know what you're doing is so right, and it's actually, because it's not about that. It's not about righteousness. It's about the attention that you won't get in the headlines for taking the opportunity to either appear. And again, women can never resist the opportunity to appear as a hero that didn't actually save anyone. We got to realize, like, women don't want to deal with actual pressure and aggression and critique and shit like that. Like look at Lizzo. Lizzo's whole thing was being a fat bitch. That was her whole thing. I'm a fat bitch, and she basically talked about S.A. and Drake. I haven't F Drake yet, nigga. What? Nigga, it's Drake. It's Drizzy. It's Drizzy. Come on now.
Go!
You know what I'm saying?
Donations.
Because I always respected your hairline on television.
Not yet. And that's why I wanted to explore the whole thing about language. It's not so much that we can't use these phrases, we can't have fun when we talking and stuff like that, but be aware of when you're actually, like, not really talking about shit. Because stand on business means what? Because those kind of things have their own interpretation. Of course, I get it means to be solid, to do what you said you was going to do, but it's like we have all these things that we say to each other that we kind of know what it means, but it doesn't hold you to nothing. Another issue and another job, another thing I want to support you with is your ability to commit. Your ability to commit it's can I say the foundation? I don't know, but I know it's crucial to your relationships to people, places, and things. Oh, now we get cooking here, prolific. Oh my God. See this kind of shit right here? That's changing the world. Because right now we're doing work. Keep doing the work. You see that shit in the background? Because I'm with the smoke. Every show from now on, if I got them, you're going to see incense burning, man. You're going to just see smoke flying by my head because of smoke. Says you niggas love some symbolism. All right, we're going to take a quick break and be right back, all right?